Good afternoon, everyone. This is BremSter, and tonight I'm going to try a puzzle. This afternoon, it's kind of late afternoon-ish. I'm going to try a puzzle called Oops, All Renbans by Person Who Exists 50306. Now, there was a bit of a debate about whether I redo the rules on this puzzle. I've decided not to. You can live with the rules as provided by the setter. I don't think they're worded great, but we'll see how it all goes. So what do we have? So yeah, the updates are the same as before. There may be a break coming up. Anyway, so normal Sudoku rules apply. So they've just said no repeats in row, column, box. Of what? In every box, but it's normal Sudoku rules. It's fine. So in every box, in every row, and in every column, we have to put the digits 1 to 9 without repetition. Digits on thermometers increase from the bulb to the tip. So as we move along thermometers, this digit must be higher than this digit must be higher than this along the thermometers. That's fine. On orange Dutch whisper lines, the digits in adjacent cells must have a difference of at least 4. That's fine. So there must be a difference of at least 4 between any two cells connected by a Dutch whisper line. On the cyan region sum line, it's just region sum line. This is either. That's fine. Sections divided by box borders must have digits which sum to the same values. This is fine. So these digits will have the same sum as those digits. Will have the same sum as those digits. In the killer cages, the digits must sum to the indicated value. Okay. So these digits will sum to 25. These will sum to 35. Now, here's the interesting bit. All of these elements are also Renban lines. You must be able to rearrange the digits to form a sequence of consecutive numbers, which means they cannot be a set of consecutive numbers. So you must be able to rearrange the digits to form a set of consecutive numbers. So at no point may you get a set of consecutive numbers. So, for example, this could not be 1, 2. Because then you couldn't rearrange it to form a set of consecutive numbers. It would be a sequence of consecutive numbers. No repeats are allowed on a Renban line. So because this has to be rearranged to be a set of consecutive numbers, you can't repeat digits because this killer cage is also a Renban line. You can't repeat digits. Didn't state it in the killer cage rules. It is possible to have killer puzzles where digits can repeat. This one couldn't until we got to this Renban line. No repeats are allowed on a Renban line. If there is an overlap between any of the aforementioned elements, the wording here is weird. Consider them separate overlapping Renban lines, not one big one, which is great. So this is one Renban line. This is a different Renban line. I think that is really cool. So we've got to restart the puzzle. To restart my timer, let's give this a shot. So we know that these lines, which are 9 cells long, are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But I don't think I want to play with that first. What I think I want to play with is this. No, it's the 35 cage. How do I do 35 in consecutive digits? Well, if I did 1 through 8, this is a 7 cell one. I'm assuming it's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's 7. If I did 1 through 7, it's 28. It's 28. That's not it. If I did 2 through 8, I'm subtracting 1 and 9, which would be 35, which is great. And if I did 3 through 9, then I would be subtracting 1 and 2. And the reason I know that is because if I use all of the digits 1 to 9, it's 45. If I'm subtracting 2 digits, if I subtract the 8, 9, I'm subtracting 17 from 45. That's not 35. If I subtract the 1, 9, I'm fine. So this is 2 through 8. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now that's a terrible pencil mark, but that's what it is. Now this has to be a consecutive set of digits here. So this is either maybe, this is a consecutive set of digits, but it has to be rearranged to be a set of consecutive digits. So the thermos are all broken. Because this has to be both consecutive, but be rearranged to be consecutive. You must be able to rearrange the digits to form a sequence of consecutive digits. But I am now confused. I'm going to ignore the word rearrange and assume it's just terrible wording, because otherwise this puzzle is broken. You must be able to rearrange the digits to form a sequence of consecutive digits, but on a thermo it must be a sequence of consecutive digits, if this is also a Renban. Because if this is a Renban, it would have to go 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8, or 7, 8, 9. They're the only possibilities. Because remember, this is 2 through 8. Is it the 25? Because 25, if I use 1 through 5, that's 15. That's not if. If I use 2 through 6, 2 through 6 is... 2 through 6 is 25. No, it's not. No, it's not, because 1 through 6 is 21. That's not it. Oh, man, this is the sort of math that I'm terrible at. 2 through 6 is not right, because 1 through 6 is 21, and I'm removing a digit at the bottom. 3 through 7 would be 3, 7, 4, 6, and a 5. That would be it. That's 25. So this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But this has to be a consecutive run of digits. And this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this can't be... These can't be 3 or 4, because the maximum here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, and this has to be lower than this. Oh, this could be a 4. But this can't be a... This can't be a 4. This can't be a 7. So this is maximum 5, maximum 4, maximum 3. But it can't be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because then there's too many digits. So if this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I've got way too many 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this can't be a 7. If this is 6, 5, 6, 5, 4, 3... 6543 would mean I've still got too many 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All of those digits would be from 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I've got too many. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 is absolutely forced. These aren't 4 and 5. This is the 6, 7 because they need to be consecutive, and this is the 3, which puts 3 down here. Now these are 8 and 9, and we know the order, 8 and 9. 3 is down here. This is breaking my brain. The 3 and the 5 come out of those. So this can't be 3. So this can't be 4, and this can't be 5. This can't be 5, so this can't be 6, and this can't be 7. There's no 3 here, no 2 here, no 4 here, no 7 here. If there's no 7 here, there's no 6 here, and no 8 here. So this is becoming a bit more restricted. So it's going to be these Dutch whisper lines? Or is it going to be this? This is a bit restricted, because this can't be 9. If this was 876... Right, this can't be 9, because of this. If this was 876, it would be broken. If this was 7, 765... and all of those would have to be from 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this would have to be 1 or 9. This can't be 7. Right. So where do I put the 1 and the 9 in here? If I put 7, one of the 1 or the 9 has to go on here, and this can't be the 9. So this has to be... Right, where's 1 and 9? 1 and 9 have to live down here. Now, I can't put 9... at the start of a thermo, and I can't put 9 at the end of the thermo. So this is the 9. Now, where does the 1 go on the thermo? I can't put it partway along the thermo. That's the 1, and this has to be a consecutive run of digits. So this goes 2, 3. That takes 2 and 3 out of all of those. So there's no 3 in any of those, and there's no 2 in any of those. The 2 and the 3 must be there. So this is 2, 3, and 4. And this is now good. This is just the rest of the digits in the column. These have a lot of options, I think. So now I've got to pay a lot of attention to the Dutch whisper lines and the sum line. This is where it's going to be a little bit messy. 3 is in one of those. Now, the sum line, is that going to be much more powerful for me? Because these have to have the same sum. but they're a run of consecutive digits. So it has to be divisible by 3. So it's 7 digits long. If I made it 1 through 7, that is not divisible by 3, because 1 through 7 is 28, and 28 is not divisible by 3. If I make it 1 through 7, if I make it 2 through 8, I'm removing 1 and 9, which makes it 35, which is not divisible by 3. So this has to be 3 through 9, which is 42, which is divisible by 3. So these are 1 and 2. That's cool. And this is the 2, and this is the 1. That's very cool. And these are 3 through 9. Now it's the Dutch whisper lines. So what do I know about Dutch whisper lines? Digits along a Dutch whisper line must alternate high-low because of the 4 difference. So I've still not found out a good way of explaining Dutch whisper lines without explaining German whisper lines first. So a German whisper line is a line where the difference must alternate by 5, or the adjacent digits must differ by 5. And you can never put 5 on a German whisper line. But if you put... So every digit would exist either below 5 or above 5. And you can't put 2 digits below 5 next to each other. They're too close. So you end up alternating high, low, high, low, high, low. Now, the same is kind of true for a Dutch whisper line, except then 5 can go on a Dutch whisper line, but only if it's adjacent to a 1 or a 9. So this has to be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'm not sure how this is going to work. I'm trying to find a digit that is forced to an extreme. Like this could be 1, it can't be 2, 3, 4, 5, it could be 6, it can't be 7, it could be 8 or 9. Now, if this is 1, these could be anything. If this is 6, the only digits that are 4 away from 6, 7, 8, 9 are too close. These would have to be 1 and 2. And remember, I can't repeat digits on the line. And this is where the trick is going to come in. But if I do that, 5 is going to have to go next to it somewhere. Those would have to be 1 and 2 if this is 6. So is it where 5 can go? Because 5 has to go on one of those lines. And it's going to alternate above 5, below 5, above 5, below 5, until I hit the 5, at which point it can swap. But these can't be low because of the 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are from 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now this one can't be 9. This one can't be 6. So this is 5, 6, 7, or 8. So this has to be low, doesn't it? The 5 could make it 1 or 9, and it can't be 1. The 6 would make it... Well, it can't be 1 or 2, so this can't be 6. 7 could only be 1, 2, or 3. And 8 can only be 1, 2... 3 or 4. So this is 3, 4, or 9. And what does that do to this? 5 could only go next to 9, but this can only be 9 if that is 5. So this can't be a 5. And I don't think this can be a 5, because 5 would make that 9, and then this is too close. So this can't be a 5, and now this can't be a 9. This is a 3 or a 4. But 7... would make that 3, and okay, that does work. But these are now high digits, and this is a 3 or a 4. That's interesting. So this is the box that was restricted. But this is now low, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, and it can't be 3. Now, the important thing to remember is I can't repeat digits on the line. Now, this could be 1 or 9 if it's 5, and it can't be 9. If it's 2, this feels like not the way to do it, though. If it's low, it must be high, so 6, 7, or 8. This can't be... No, it's how do I break this line up, isn't it? I should think of this first. Because these... Right, hang on. Let's think about the sum line first. Because I know the line sums to 42. 42 divided by 3 is 14. So these all have to be 14. But there has to be a 9 somewhere on the line. If I put a 9 in here, then I would need 2 digits that would sum to 5. But that'd have to be 1, 4, or 2, 3. It can't be. So 9, 5 is in one of those. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just mark up here a bit. These are my notepads. So one of these is 9, 5. And now 9, 5 is taken. Now where I put the 8, I now need 2 digits that sum to 6. Or I need to get digits that sum to 6. Now if I put the 8 in the middle... how would I get 6? I couldn't use 1, 5. I couldn't use 2, 4, and I couldn't use 3, 3. So I then have 8, 6 as the other. And the other digits I haven't used are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7. 3, 4, and 7 sums to 14. So this is 3, 4, 7. This is 3. These are 4 and 7. That's very nice. There's no 4 there anymore. And these, one of them is 6, 8, and one of them is 5, 9. If this is 6, 8, it's 6 and 8. And if it's 5, 9, I think it could be either order. And this is 6, 8, 5, 9. That is kind of cool. I know the order of these, 4 and 7. So there's no 7 here. It puts 7 in one of those. It puts 2 in one of those. No, it puts 2 right there by Sudoku. That's important because these now have to be high. They have to be 6, 7, 8, 9. But this... there must be a 5 because this would go high, low, unless I can swap the polarity using a 5. And I can't put a 5 there. So this has to be the 5. And 5 can only go next to 9 and 1. And that can't be a 9 and that can't be a 1. So now I can't repeat a 9 on the line. That's so clever. That is so clever. 5 and 5 puts 5 up here somewhere with the 7. This 1 takes 1 out of here. One to 6, 7, 8 is fine. 2 to 6, 7, 8 is fine. 9 to either 3 or 4 is fine. 7 or an 8. If this is 7, this is 3. This is a 6, 7, 8 triple. So this is 3 or 4. Okay, so can I use the other line now? Four is right there because 4 can't go in any of those. So these are 6, 8, and 9. So 1 is in one of those 2 by Sudoku. Oh, there's no 7 there. So 9 is in one of those 2. This isn't a 9. And this is a 1-2 pair by Sudoku. So these, they could contain 5. So this can't be a 3 anymore. It's too close to the 1 or the 2. So this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and it's not 6 or 9. So it's 5, 7, 8. This isn't a 9 anymore. So this isn't a 5 because these sum to 14. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've got to put 2 and 3 in those. Well, there's no 2 there. Well, where's 3 in here? Where's 3 in this row? This 3 is saying 3 is not there. 3 is in one of those two. That's a 4, which means this can't be a 7. That's an 8. That takes 8 out of there. So that's the 6. That's the 7. And the 4 looks up making that the 3. This is cool. The 6 takes 6 out of both of those. That's an 8, 9. That's a 6. There's no 6 here because I can't have another 6 on the line. This is tricksy. 1 is in one of those two. 9 is in one of those two. This is tricksy. If this is a 5, this is a 9. In fact, 9 is in one of those two. This is a 5, this is a 9. If this is a 7 or an 8, this has to be from 1, 2, 3, 4, and it can't be from 1 or 4. So this would be from 2 or 3, and it can't be 2. So this is 3 or 9 only, and it can't be 3. Why can't it be 3? Why have I got 3? Oh, because I can't put 3 in any of those cells. This is a 9, which means this can't be a 7 or an 8. That's the 5, which can't go next to a 2. That is stunning. So now I've got the 1, the 5, and the 9. So the 5 and the 9 come out of here. Now this has to be a low digit because I can't use 5 again. So it's 1, which it can't be. 2, 3, 4. And it can't be 3. Oh, that can't be the 3. That's the 3. That's a 2 or a 4. The 1 makes that the 2. I can't repeat the 2 on the line. That's the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2. So the 4 takes 4 out of there. And the numbers on the line are 3, 7, and 8. I can't put 3 next to the 7, next to the 2. So this is the 3. The 9 means this is the 6. This has to be the 8 to sum to 14. So 6 and 8 come out of here. These are 7, 8. And now I've used the constraints. The constraints are done. No, they're not. I haven't done this. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. There must be a 6 on here because this must be a Renban. But there's no 6 here. This is 6 and this is 7 because it's higher than the 6. This is the 5. Now I think I've used the constraints. This is the 1. These are 2 and 7. So this isn't the 3 because of that 3. This is the 3. This is a 7 because it's from 2 or 7 and the 2 is looking down. This is the 2. This is the 7. These are 2 and 5. The 5 is looking down, making that the 2 and that the 5. The 9 is looking up, making that the 8 and that the 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6 go into those. And these are 1 and 8. And the 1 makes that the 8 and that the 1. Yeah, very clever concept. This triple is 2, 6, 8. There's no 8 there. There's no 2 there. That's the 6. Takes 6 out of there. The 2 makes that the 8 and that the 2. And these are 1 and 9. And the 1 already in column 2 resolves it. So this is known. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's a 9, making that the 5 and that the 9. These are 4, 5, and 6. There's no 5 there is all I think I've got. This 8 makes that the 7 and that the 8. This triple is now 5, 7, 8. There's no 7 there. There's no 5 or 8 there. That's the 7. This is a 5, 8 pair. 4 is right here by Sudoku. I can do more with the killer cage, maybe? Actually, I don't think I can. Because the 2 and the 3 that can't go in here are already placed in the box. So what are these digits? 5, 6, 7, and 8. There's no 7, 8 there. There's no 5 or 7 there. There's no 8 there. Where's 7 in this row? I can't put it there, and I can't put it in any of those. That's the 7. I could have used this 5, 6, 8 triple. That would have been an easy way of doing it. This is from 4, 5, 6, and it's not 4 or 6. That's the 5, so there's no 5 there. This 4, 6 pair makes that the 5, which looks back making that the 6, which makes that the 8, which makes that the 5, which makes that the 8. The 6 looks back making that the 4, and that the 6, which looks across making that the 4, and that the 6. These are 1 and 9, and I'll use the very first one to make that the 9 and that the 1, and that is the correct solution to the puzzle. 351 solves in 66.2 days. Very cool. However, you must be able to rearrange the digits to form a sequence of consecutive digits. I don't need to rearrange the digits to make a sequence of consecutive, or make a sequence of consecutive numbers. I don't need to rearrange the numbers to make a sequence of consecutive numbers. They are a sequence of consecutive numbers. I need to rearrange these ones, and I need to rearrange these ones, and I need to rearrange these ones, but I don't need to rearrange these ones to make a sequence of consecutive numbers. So you must be able to rearrange the digits to form a sequence of consecutive numbers. I think that's really bad wording for Thermo Renbans, because I can't rearrange those, and I can't see how to rearrange those digits. 324 is not a sequence of consecutive numbers. 342 is not a sequence of consecutive numbers. 234 is, but I haven't rearranged to get those. I think that's bad wording of the rules. But they're what the setter put in the puzzle. I'm just going to assume that Renban, just Renban. It's what it is. That's what we got. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed the puzzle. I think the puzzle was brilliant. People don't think about wording. It's just a thing. But the puzzle itself is really, really cool. And these Dutch whisper lines, I was terrified by these, but they turned out to be beautifully well done. I needed to think about this more at the start as well. Very, very cool stuff. Very cool. And I loved the break-in with the 25 cage and the way that this all just worked with running out of digits. Very cool. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope you're enjoying the puzzle. Please leave comments. Like, if you think that I'm wrong about the wording, please let me know. But it seems weird to me that you would use that wording with this situation. It just seems strange. Thanks everyone. And as always, good luck with your solving.